Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another weather update, my friends. I hope you guys are having a great day. Glad to have y'all here for another big update. Now we do have ourselves a lot of information in this live stream to give you guys regarding the potential of an ice storm we're talking about. We're talking about potential for severe weather, maybe a bit of flooding. Definitely a bit of flooding will be a big problem here. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, my friends. But anyways, before we dive on into it, I'm going to go ahead and give a warm welcome to our people here for today. We got ourselves, let's see, Trison, we have Misty, we have Prepper, we have John, let's see here, we have Aiden, we have ourselves Supercell, we have TRG, we have Free Movies, we have Broken, we have Supercell, Misty, I think I already said Misty. Let's see here, Justin, Barbara, Quiet, Christine. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Like I said, glad to have you all here. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive on into it. So we're taking a look at the NAM 3-kilometer model. This is the NAM model, North American model is what it stands for. And yeah, we got a big problem on our hands here regarding ice and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So this is going to really start to occur, this event, I should say, for tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Is kind of whenever we're going to be starting to see some big impacts regarding ice. Now what is going on? But this will be across portions of like north central Texas, moving into Oklahoma here, basically by, like I said, evening tomorrow. This will really, really start to get it a hold, basically for the morning of the 22nd. And this will be across portions still of north central Texas through Oklahoma. We already do have winter storm watches out. I'll go ahead and show you guys one of these. Look at this. 1/4 to 1/2 inch possible. Freezing rain accumulations. 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice is a possibility. Which obviously, if you don't know, ice is extremely dangerous. And which obviously, especially with amounts of that high, that is a really big problem. So we're going to definitely need to look out there for that. Now, this is going to be not just across Texas, Oklahoma. This is also going to work its way through Arkansas. Arkansas is going to get seriously heavily hit, mostly there towards the central northwestern side. Missouri is going to get hit pretty hard by this as well. Also, a bit of sleet possible out there in North Chicago by the morning of the 22nd being a possibility. But yeah, all of that sleet is going to work its way towards the Ohio Valley here. Obviously portions like Illinois, Indiana, portions out there by Michigan, Ohio, and further models, longer range models, does show that ice eventually working its way towards the northeast. Now, on this system, there will also be the possibility of a bit of snow. And the snow areas will possibly be out there by areas like, Iowa, Minnesota, areas out there by Wisconsin. So we'll definitely need to look out there for those regions. Probably not going to see anything too crazy regarding anything regarding snow accumulations out in those regions. I'd say kind of around 3 to 5 inches, locally higher possible. But we'll have to see how the models keep up with that. Let's see, four-wheel drive don't help on ice. And no, it really doesn't. There's really no good vehicle unless you have a tank, which even then it could be a problem. Ice is very dangerous, for any vehicles. So obviously make sure, like I said, make sure that you are obviously prepared. And, like I said, I would definitely avoid travel. I would really not travel. If you live out there by, basically central eastern Oklahoma, here comes the 22nd. Same thing for portions of Arkansas, central northwestern side, Missouri, central southern side. A lot of Missouri there, and Illinois as well. A lot of the state, also Indiana and Ohio, as we were talking about. Could see a bit of snowfall out there. A bit of ice accumulations out there by like Columbus, maybe even Cleveland, out there for basically portions here of the 23rd. So, like I said, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for it overall. Let's see. So is this a East Texas event? So there is a potential I'm watching for maybe a bit of storm activity that could possibly kick off across East Texas. It seems to be a bit of a cap, so thunderstorms will probably have a hard time forming. Also watching Louisiana, Mississippi for potential severe weather here for kind of around the 24th. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out there for that. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. But yeah, also big flooding threat across Louisiana and Mississippi as well. Could be a real big problem. Over the next 6 days or so, we're expecting about 6-7 inches of rainfall across portions out there by Louisiana and Mississippi and all that stuff. So it's definitely looking a little hefty overall. Absolutely. But yeah, so like I said, once again, regarding the timing here, it's going to start for the evening here of the 21st, basically the evening here of the 21st, rolling through the 22nd here for Oklahoma, portions of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, by the evening of the 22nd, Indiana as well. And by the morning of the 23rd, it should be up across the upper Ohio Valley. By maybe northern Ohio, portions out there possibly by Pennsylvania, portions of New York, maybe Michigan. So obviously we need to look out there for that overall. Anyways, but yeah, let's go ahead and hop over to models, guys. We're going to take a look. We were obviously looking at models, but I want to look at the accumulations here, so we're going to have to hop over to a different site. Like I said, things are definitely getting a little interesting out there regarding the ice, and this is going to be a big problem. This is definitely going to be a really big problem. Nothing's changed, tabletop. Still the same as it was this morning, man. Obviously, we still got a little bit of time to look out for any of that potential. But anyway, so GFS, this is our American model. I just want to go ahead and tell you all that. So it's a GFS, a global forecasting system. This is the American long-range model. Now, whenever it comes to ice accumulations here, according to this model here, we're talking a pretty substantial amount of ice potential. So portions out there at central eastern Oklahoma could see probably around 2-3 of an inch here. That seems to be really the most likely case. I believe is we're mostly going to be likely around the 2 to 3 of an inch margin, which is definitely a problem. 2 to 3 of an inch is not something you want to mess around with. So we'll keep it out there for that. Also, Illinois out there, 2-3 of an inch being possible. And obviously you can see that accumulation does work its way out there by Indiana, Ohio, Michigan as well. So that's that model. So mostly between 2 and 3 of an inch, which, like I said, even a 1/10 of an inch can cause some unnecessary, incidents. Some big problems. Now, European model, on the other hand, this is Euro, and Euro has gone absolutely crazy, and it actually has been for the last little bit. Now, this model still kind of agrees mostly between 2 and 3, 1/10 of an inch for a lot of these regions, but here in southern Missouri, this model has no problem showing a pretty large area, pretty broad area. Of the potential of maybe up to 1/2 inch or more of ice accumulation, which even the Weather Service, we were looking out there for, if I go ahead and hop you guys back over here to this program, like I said, even the Weather Service says quarter to a half an inch of freezing rain being a possibility. So that's wording from the Weather Service. So obviously that would be very catastrophic if we did have any ice accumulations near a half an inch. But yeah, no, this model really kind of shows the heaviest out there, possibly by central eastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and especially southern Missouri would be the heaviest impact zone. Now, next up, we're going to work our way over here to GDPS. This is our Canadian model. This is our long-range Canadian model, and this one also really agrees on some heavy heavy ice accumulations. Now, the models have actually been very, very consistent with this amount of accumulation. So honestly, it seems like the models have been picking up a lot on the accumulating ice here. So that, my friends, seems like a big problem. This model's talking at most about maybe 6-7 of an inch overall. That could be an issue overall. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for it. We'll definitely keep an eye out there for that here overall. Well, now one thing I do want to look at is the blend of models. This model's been underdoing it for a while now, showing at most 1/10 of an inch. But obviously, I mean, even from the Weather Service themselves, he said up to a half an inch. So this model's kind of scrapped. We really don't want to take this model into consideration, considering how low the accumulations have been when all the other main models are showing much higher. And the Weather Service themselves even saying, like I was saying, quarter to a half an inch of freezing rain is possible. So that is in itself a really big problem. But yeah, we'll definitely keep it out there for that. Now, another thing I do want to look at real quickly is we're going to hop over to GFS here. Like I said, not only is there a problem with freezing rain, there's also a real big problem with just normal rain as well in terms of flooding. We are going to have a really big problem here coming up with flooding potential. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys. Let's see here. Precipitation type. Where is this at? Here we go. It's up here. Total precipitation. All right. So this is GFS. Remember, this is the American long-range model. And whenever it comes to this model regarding, obviously the potential out there for flooding, as you guys can see here, once it's finished loading, you can actually see how we are seeing some pretty nasty looking streaks of rain, which, according to this model, could possibly get up into maybe the 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10-inch margin. We'll have to see how that actually plays out. The models are still kind of working on exactly how much how much snow we're gonna see. I've been up for a while, my friends. Not snow, rain. So big flooding potential out there. Seems like greatest probabilities will actually probably be out there by Louisiana, actually, and Mississippi. So if you live out there by Louisiana, Mississippi area, definitely is something we need to really look for overall. So yeah, this streak could also work its way towards Tennessee, maybe Alabama. Let's see here. What about Euro? I do want to see the new European model. We looked at the Euro earlier today. This might even be the same run because this model does not frequently update as much. I think this is a different run. But yeah, this one's showing some streaks here, possibly around 5, maybe 6 inches, kind of showing more of the heavier accumulation out there by like East Texas in general. North Louisiana here as well. Could see a decent amount of accumulations. But yeah, overall, the models are really picking up on some heavy flooding problems down in the south. Now, also, when it comes to flooding here, the National Weather Service, in this case, the Weather Prediction Center, has actually put out some pretty big risks regarding flooding. Obviously, today we don't have anything. Tomorrow, we have a small little threat for flooding. But as we work into the day after tomorrow, which would be obviously for Monday, I believe. So obviously today is Saturday, tomorrow Sunday. So yeah, day 3 would be Monday. So Monday for eastern Texas, portions out there by western Louisiana, southwestern Arkansas, we got a slight risk for flooding, which is a level 2 out of 4 on the severe spectrum. Obviously, whenever it comes to it, level 4 is the worst case scenario, the highest problems, and a level 1 would be kind of lowest flooding potential, but we're at a level 2, so we're kind of in that middle ground. For Tuesday, another really big flooding threat. Same thing for even Wednesday. So we got multiple days worth of flooding potential across these regions, and honestly, it's going to get pretty bad regarding flooding out there, so we'll definitely need to look out there for it. Fort Worth, flooding-wise, honestly, when it comes to it, I mean, I don't see any huge problems. I mean, there could be some localized flooding across some of those regions out there, but overall, that's that. But yeah, I did want to mention that flooding problem as well, so we'll definitely keep it out there for that, for sure, as it's, definitely going to need to be watched. Definitely going to need to be watched. Well, Central Texas gets severe weather, so that is another thing we're watching, too. We have a lot of things we're paying attention to, my friends, so let's go and hop over to this model, or this site real quickly here, y'all. Now, when it comes to the potential of severe weather, as I've been watching here for the last little bit, it seems like the models, here's the new GFS here, still is, the new GFS model still is constantly showing a bit of a severe weather potential, I'd say here probably for late Wednesday, which is the 24th, late Wednesday the 24th. There's definitely enough instability in the atmosphere to produce thunderstorms and potentially heavy thunderstorms. But what really gets me going is the low-level jet stream that we have in effect here. So basically the winds at the lower atmosphere, about 4,000 feet up in the air, are moving pretty quickly. And you need these winds to be moving pretty quickly for tornadoes and for organization of lower-level thunderstorms. So in this case, we have a decent amount of winds throughout the atmosphere and a decent amount of instability, which I definitely do see is a severe potential. And slight curvature to the photograph, which could represent a possibility for a couple tornadoes. I've seen some better soundings. I've seen worse soundings. But I'm coming to think here for late Wednesday, guys, for the 24th, late Wednesday, I'm coming to think that we're going to see a possible tornado concern. Severe weather concern in general, possibly even some damaging winds on it as well. So we'll keep it out there for that on the 24th. But yeah, like I said, flooding, severe weather, ice, it all seems to be like a big problem. So we will definitely keep you all updated. Will Western Texas receive any significant ice? No. Western Texas will not really experience much of the ice concerns. Yeah, let me hop over back here to this view. We're going to hop back to the, let's see, NAM 3K in terms of precipitation type. We'll turn off the outlook here for you. Don't want to add too much clutter. Let's see. What's up, MP? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. But yeah, so like I was explaining here, a lot of the heavy ice here, guys, is going to be happening for basically starting the late evening of the 21st. Basically into, like I said, the early 22nd across, north central Texas, possibly out there by like Texarkana, or hold on, Wichita Falls, sorry. Texarkana is up there in the northeast side. But yeah, Wichita Falls could possibly be seeing a bit of ice as well. So for early morning, this is right around 4 a.m. at this in particular marker here, showing a lot of heavy ice out there. A lot of heavy freezing rain leading to some, nasty ice conditions. I mean, the temperature at the surface is freezing. You go up a little bit in the atmosphere, it's above freezing. So it's basically allowing any of that snow to melt back into water droplets, but then as it hits the ground, it refreezes again and turns into a big icy mess. But yeah, definitely is something we need to look out there for. And obviously, this works its way out there towards Arkansas here as well. Basically for the later morning here of the 22nd. Same thing for basically central and southern Missouri. And it should work its way out there by Illinois for the evening of the 22nd. So the majority of the freezing rain event is going to be taking place here for the 22nd overall. So we'll definitely look out there for that. And obviously, it's going to be following by a lot of rainfall. Temperatures will eventually warm up. So hopefully that'll bring down some of that ice problems. But yeah, temperature-wise there for at least the morning into the afternoon will be relatively cold enough to allow for that to happen. Now, at this time, whenever it comes to it, as you can actually see here, which we'll go ahead and pull up here in a minute whenever this thing fully loads, but this is our temperatures whenever it comes to this event here. And you can actually see how we're going to be pretty daggone chilly for a while, and obviously we're going to see things warm up here, by the, pretty much here by the afternoon, evening of the 22nd in general. So we'll definitely watch out there for that. But the temperatures definitely does approach above freezing later on there. Let's see here. Freemoo says when he grows more, let's see, he will, because it's a great channel. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, it'll get above freezing, kind of slightly above freezing, maybe 33, 34 Fahrenheit here. Obviously not Celsius. Do I think there'll be delays in Chicago O'Hare on Monday? On Monday, which is, let's see, the day 3, 22nd? Obviously, I do think there could be some problems. Let's see here. For some of these areas, I do think it could be a potential issue, because here for the 22nd, it does show there being a bit of ice out there. So I think it could be an issue. I do, actually. So we'll, obviously, if there's any flights that you're expecting or waiting for or anything like that, just heads up, because there definitely could be some problems with that. Here's Nam, dude. Nam's showing some pretty localized areas here. What's going on here? That's crazy. That's not going to happen. But locally, it could definitely. I definitely think locally it could get up to a half inch of ice. And like I said, even the Weather Service, with some of these warnings watches are starting to pull out here. Total ice accumulations to let's see, 1/4 of an inch to a half an inch possible. Locally higher amounts, even higher than that, is a possibility according to the Weather Service. So, like I said, even as little as 1/10 of an inch of ice can cause some issues. And in this case, we're expecting, I'd say, between like 2 and 3/10 of an inch. But like I said, we're talking up in some of those other areas, potentially localizing over 5/10 of an inch, I should say. I almost said 5 inches. Definitely not 5 inches, but yeah, 5/10 of an inch across some of those areas. Honestly, if you want to know my opinion, take this how you want to. I think some of the heaviest ice we're going to see will probably be there in southern Missouri, maybe northwest Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma. I think those are kind of the heaviest areas. Anything expected for the Northeast this week? So we do have ourselves a little bit of something. Actually, from this system, here, let me hop you over here. So when it comes to it right now, we have this big dome of high pressure. Of course, as that rolls east, we're going to get this big, moisture ejection. And you can see how this does deliver some snow for the Northeast here. Now, this is between the GFS model. This is what the GFS has to show us kind of overall. But yeah, we're talking basically here for the evening of the 23rd, possibly even into the 24th before coming out and being gone overall. But yeah, let's see here. Can I look at Northwest Illinois? Let's see, I can't look up counties, but like I said, I can quickly pull it up for this region before we move on here. So it depends on the model you look at. Like I said, we're still unknown exactly how much ice we're expecting, but yeah, GFS doesn't show too much. ECMWF, which is a European model. Let's see here. This model shows, not a whole lot. Honestly, I think you'll probably see a little bit, but I don't think you'll see like the heavy stuff. Like I was saying, we'll go ahead and move this here. Like I was saying, I think the heavy stuff's going to be more there towards like southern Missouri. Definitely will get pretty hefty out there in times for Illinois. Possibly I'm thinking maybe 2/10 of an inch possible. Let's see here. Amy says when. This will be happening from the late 21st, starting up in north central Texas, going through the 22nd, through Oklahoma, through Arkansas, through Missouri, Illinois, overall. It's freezing here in Illinois. Oh yeah, definitely pretty cold out there. I can I can tell you that one. Here, let me go ahead and show you all the temps again. Yeah, did y'all see that for a second? My it showed negative like 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. Not that cold per se, but yeah, it's definitely gonna get real cold tonight, y'all. Even in northern Florida. I mean, look at this. Look at that. So by tomorrow morning, I mean, even like Jacksonville's gonna be like freezing. I mean, it's gonna be cold. The entire Panhandle's gonna be in the 20s. Definitely, it will be a problem. Definitely will be a problem. Jennifer says, "Thank you, no problem. Anytime, anytime." But yeah, real cold tonight expected. Obviously, potential negative temps up there. I'd say towards like northern Louisiana, northern Illinois, even portions like central eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin. Probably will get into that zone. Pretty cold. Jennifer says very cold in Illinois. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's going to be that way. Yeah, definitely going to be that way for a little bit. The whole United States. Oh, it's going to be pretty cold for a lot of us. I mean, even for me, oh my gosh. It's going to get down in the, mid-30s. Might not seem like a whole lot to you, but for Central Floridians here, this is a big deal. This is a big problem. Feels like negative 15 here in north central New Jersey. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That is pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's something I want to look out there for. Also, real quickly, let's go and hop over to the power outage map. We're gonna do coverage. By the way, I don't know if I already mentioned that or not. We're down to 16,000 people without power in Oregon. It's getting a lot better. We did have over 100,000 people for the last several days we've been watching. Power outages are getting back on, or the power is coming back online for a lot of people. Thanks for all the support over the years. This is why. No problem. No problem at all. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta pull up my... Oh my gosh, hold on. Alright, I'm pulling up the chat on my other side here so I can actually see both ends. Anyways. Alright, yeah, let's go and hop over back here to the models regarding things. So let's go and take a look at CMC model. Now this model does barely, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong time there. Yeah, no, this model definitely does still show some real heavy activity, real heavy stuff going on with it. But yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I tell you what, we are going to do, like I said, I'm trying to cut on the zip codes here more. We're going to start to eventually rule those zip codes out of this channel. We'll go into members because, like I said, it takes too long. And if I focus on one person versus the hundreds of people that, join some of these live streams, only one person's getting their area read, and if I do one and I need to move on, everybody else is going to expect to get their zip code read. So like I said, we're going to try to, not to be mean, but like I was explaining earlier today, we're going to try to dwindle those down a little bit, but I am going to be doing a couple of them tonight, okay, because obviously an ice storm is a big deal and I want to help out as much as possible. Sony dude, thank you for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Saying worried about Cocoa Palms, Florida, below 32 bad. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hefty out there. Say Cocoa where? Palms? Let's see here. Cocoa Palms. Is this not pulling up here? Is it Palm? Is this it? Huh. Yeah, it's not pulling that up for me. But Sony, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But like I was explaining, though, yeah, that freezing point is going to get pretty much out there by Jacksonville. A little more, kind of more out there towards Ocala at the far south side. So you should know where you're at in relative to Ocala, which Ocala is somewhere in this area here. Oh, cocoa palm trees. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was a place. Gotcha. It's pretty funny. What's up, Aiden? Let's see. Sloth. Okay, 63901. Okay, we'll do a couple of these. 63901, Missouri. Wow. Okay, yeah, southeast side. You're right on the line where the models are kind of saying a lot and not much. But I do think you're in an area where we definitely need to be very careful with. Honestly, it's hard to tell right now because the GFS doesn't show hardly anything for you. Meanwhile, while the ECMWF shows a couple tenths of an inch right on the edge of the line. So, like I said, we'll definitely keep it out there for that. But yeah, a little hard to tell right now, man. But let's see here. Once again, Sony, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Richard, let's see here. 698. 698 for Illinois. Illinois. Okay, you're up there in the north side. So this area, I think, could really get impacts, actually. Let's see. Euro shows you right on the edge of a gradient line. Meanwhile, we have GFS that shows you right next to it. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to tell. I'll even show you because you're like right on the edge of that line. So we'll have to see how things change. But let's see here. Jamie Hall, thank you so much for the $2, my friend. Appreciate it. Saying, how about the ice accumulations for Bentonville, Arkansas? Let's see here. Bentonville, Arkansas. Okay, so this is northwest. Okay, yeah, you're definitely in an area where I would be a little concerned. Winter storm, yeah, so this is one county to your south. Rain accumulations a quarter to a half an inch. So, yeah, definitely a lot of accumulation out there. Models are pretty hefty on the on that area getting impacted. So, yeah. I would honestly expect probably more between like maybe 1 to 3/10 of an inch. I know it's kind of a bit of a range, but locally it could be higher. You know, maybe up to a quarter. Sorry, up to a half an inch at max, I'd say. But once again, Jamie, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Virgo, once we take a look here at 46360. 46360. All right, let's see here. Indiana. So ECMWF shows you about 1/10 of an inch. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something pretty interesting. There we go. This will make things much more efficient than hopping back between each one. There we go. All right. So, here, let me just show you this real quickly. Yeah, look at the differences. Oh, my fat head's in the way. Here, let me hide my camera for a minute. So yeah, look at the differences between the European on the right and the American on the left. See those big differences there? I mean, it shows really. But what they do share in common, though, is some of the heaviest being in southern Missouri. So that is interesting in itself. Definitely will be interesting. Let's go and do this. We're going to pull up precipitation type. But, yeah, for that area, I'd say between 1 and 2/10 of an inch of ice as of now. Seems like the models are relatively on agreement mode with that, but we'll see, man. I mean, we'll definitely we'll keep you up to date. Like I said, obviously with new updates and stuff like that. Tomorrow we're gonna do a couple live streams and stuff like that. Aiden says my face cam. Did you not hear what I just said? I said I'm turning off my face cam that you can see the model. Let's see here. How do you say your name? I have no idea how you say your name, but we're gonna take a look here at 43213. 43213, Ohio. Gotcha. Columbus, it's kind of tough. Pretty tough. But I would say probably between 5/100ths to maybe 0.15 inch. Reason I say that is because there's a model that shows like 0.5 inches. There's a model that shows about 0.10, but locally it could be higher. But yeah, Jamie, that's a bit of TMI, but hopefully that helped out. Richard said, just heads up, everyone. See model grade, probably best to send your zip just to save Andrew time. If he shows you in the model in the area. Yeah, no, I agree, Richard. Yeah, like I said, obviously I'm trying to, like I said, I was explaining here, if I do one person at a time, the other people who's watching, this is not very useful for them in most cases. There's obviously people that are nearby, which could obviously gather a bit of information, but for the people who's not, that's why I'm trying to hold off on the zip codes a little more. That's why I'm probably just going to change them to members only, that way I can get more specific. Let's see. I know you don't like looking forward. I know you don't like looking far ahead, but models look very cold in the Northeast at the end of the month. I I mean, end of the month here is still like 10 days away. There is an exception sometimes. Obviously, if all models agree on it for several runs. Let's see here. I'm trying to find temperature. We'll do anomalies, actually. It could. I mean, I'm not saying it won't, but you're right. It is a little too far out. See, praying for everyone's safety. Absolutely. No, we'll definitely will keep you all updated. Like I said, it's definitely been a crazy month, crazy year so far in the weather world. It's been pretty nuts. And like I said, this is just going to add on to it. Been a crazy January. Crazy, crazy January. MP says GFS. Yeah, I was looking at GFS here. Showing the blue is below average, based between 1981 and 2010. But I am happy to tell you guys, I mean, obviously we've been much cooler than normal lately, and we do have a lot more warmer temperatures than normal coming up here. So I'm happy, finally happy to tell you that things are going to warm up a bit. We are going to be getting up a bit more warmer conditions. I'm happy about that. I'm sure you all are as well. It's going to be a little bit warm, thankfully. Also, y'all check out our merchandise. Nightbot just put a link there. We got some new hats. Pretty cool tie-dye hats, 4 different types. Check them out before they're gone, y'all. Pretty cool stuff. Also, a shout out to Courtney, also Mr. Automobile for purchasing 2 of the hats. Appreciate it, y'all. But yeah, we'll definitely, like I said, tomorrow I'm planning to do a members live stream tomorrow morning, some point. Evening, I'll do a normal live stream. To the colder, the better. MP, I actually agree to some extent. To some extent. I do deal with the cooler air better versus the warmer air, but there is an extent where there is a point it gets too cold. For me, that limit used to be like 10 degrees. Now it's probably about like 30. Warm up sounds good. Absolutely. But like I said, we're gonna go into overtiming again, y'all. Like I said, whenever it comes to the new people who are joining us. Like I said, we're watching this ice storm here. This is mostly going to impact places out there by like North Texas through Oklahoma, portions of, Arkansas. We have Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, portions out there by Ohio. We have Michigan. We'll be dealing with the ice here. Now, it's going to be starting for the late 21st, so late tomorrow evening. And this will be working its way out there through Oklahoma for the morning of the 22nd. Same thing for morning of the 22nd for areas by Arkansas. Moving into the afternoon kind of for the 22nd for Missouri, and moving into Illinois at that point. For the evening, it will be across possibly Oklahoma, Illinois, Indiana, and by the 23rd in the morning, it'll be up there. Jamie, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. See, I've Frontier with mud tires 4x4. Will it make it in Bentonville, Arkansas Monday morning? First of all, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see here, Bentonville, Arkansas. This was on the northwest side. Okay, so even 4-wheel drive vehicles does not do well in ice. Monday morning, what day's Monday? 22nd, right? Monday 22nd. Yeah. I honestly don't think so. I think it'll have a hard time. By the evening, things will turn to rain. Temperatures will go above freezing, so that'll allow for things to melt a little bit, which might help. But for the morning, I would obviously avoid travel if possible. I mean, it's definitely something you don't want to do. Travel during an ice storm. That is something you don't even want to try. But for the morning, yeah, it does not look very good. Let's see here. Mr. Otto says, let's see, great. Right as I bought a winter grill for my truck. Thanks for the update, Andrew, on State Oklahoma. No problem, man. No problem at all. But yeah. So that's the timing, y'all. Let's see here. Let me pull up NAM. This NAM 3K. I want to pull up NAM 12K. Different model, by the way. Different model. I know they're both NAMs, but they're different models. St. Louis will definitely experience a bit of an issue with the ice, you can see here. But like I was also saying here, with a bit of snow potential maybe out there by Wisconsin, Iowa, and obviously the Northeast out there. This will be taking place here for the 23rd for the most part. Let's see here, St. Louis. So yeah, St. Louis on Monday definitely will experience a bit of a concern there. I'd say honestly between maybe 1 and 3/10 of an inch of ice. Wyatt says I'm gonna head out for the night. Thanks for covering. No problem. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out here pretty soon as well. I was not planning to do a long live stream today. I'm very exhausted and all that. And what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna head off here, maybe order me some food, and then call it a night. I'm getting a little tired, so that's what I'm gonna do. But anyways. But yeah, guys. Well, that's going to go ahead and probably wrap it up here pretty soon. Unless y'all have any final questions. Like I said, I feel like we did a lot of help for you guys today. Hopefully. I'm hoping. What about Las Vegas? Las Vegas is not going to get this event, by the way. Las Vegas will not be getting this. A little bit of rain out there for the late 22nd, it seems. See, that's for the info. What info? You mean thanks, maybe? I'm not sure if you're saying that's or thanks. But yeah. See, you're watching football. Nice. What's y'all's favorite team? If you watch football, comment your favorite team. No arguments, though. Also, basketball team. What's your favorite basketball team? A little bit of a Q&A or a little bit of a question for you guys. Packers fan and Heat. Richard says, good night. Hope you don't hopefully you don't own a Tesla. Teslas would not be good to drive in any winter conditions. I can guarantee you that. Oh, there we go. Wow. Bears and Bengals. ASU, Giants. Man. Cowboys? What? Come on, John. Get out of here. Who's a Cowboys fan? I know I said no arguments. I'm sorry. I'm causing an argument. Enough of that. See, Hald, is it going this weekend? 32068. 32068, Florida. It's going to get freezing here. It's going to get freezing here tonight, so be careful. I know it's a big deal for Florida. But yeah. After that, it should warm up, though, so it should be good. Yeah, John's going to be timed out. Time him out! Hank already said mine. Packers in for the... I have two teams for NBA. I like the Heat and the Celtics. Those are my two basketball teams. Mostly the Heat. Heat's number one, though, for me. Second, Celtics. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and roll off here. Like I said, I know it's a little bit more of a shorter live stream, but I am absolutely exhausted. I need some food. I haven't ate much today. Let me go ahead and give a big thank you to our donators. We had a couple donations today. We had Sony. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And Jamie Hall. So, let's see. Sony Top Reno, I think it's your name. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I know I probably am. And like I said, Jamie Hall, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. something I want to do real quickly. I do want to do something real quickly. Ready for it? Ready for it? It's going to be amazing. You ready for it, guys? Ready? Check out our merch. Check out our merch. We got some cool stuff, man. Really cool stuff. We got, look at this. This is actually one of my coolest things. I added a sky tie-dye, so it looks like the sky. Got 4 different versions. Got cotton candy. We got this. This is another cool one, too. Real cool stuff, man. Real cool stuff. And let me actually add a link here. I will add it right now. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and add that there. But yeah, check out our merch. Cool stuff. Got the polo I'm wearing right now. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Polo I'm wearing right now is on there. It won't be on there for long because I'm getting ready to move it, actually. I'm getting ready to swap up a lot of this old stuff. This is 2023 edition stuff. This will go at the end of the month. So your last chance to buy 2023 merch, and we'll recycle for 24. I already started by adding those hats and notebooks and all that stuff. So anyways, just wanted to mention that. Check out our merch. Pretty cool. Let's see here. But yeah. See that tie-dye hat sick. I agree, Eddie. It's pretty cool. I'm actually going to order me one here soon. Which, you know, the one I'm wearing now is this one. I own this one. Literally what I am wearing right now. So I also have this one in like khaki and navy and all that stuff. So there's a lot of different choices you guys can look at if you want to. Anyways, well, Nightbot just posted another link of our merchandise. So check that out if you guys would like to before, or like I said, tonight if you would like to. But all right, y'all. Like I said, appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for joining, everybody. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. Like I said, on the table for tomorrow, we are planning to do a members live stream tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, probably some point for you guys. So that'll be for our members. For our zip code forecast, we'll do that specifically for our members here. And obviously tomorrow evening we'll do an everybody stream. So we'll obviously, you know, you guys will still be updated tomorrow, no matter a member or not. That's obviously the goal here, is to make sure everybody's aware, and not just members. That would not be a good thing if I was doing it that way. But like I said, not in it for the money or anything, but the reason is for members is because, like I said, it's getting too overwhelming with more and more people. So, and also, like I said, if I do focus on one person at a time, it gets a little out of hand. But anyways, guys, well, stream's heading off here in a minute. Thanks for joining. I do think some schools will definitely close. Yes, Jaden, I do think it's possible for some areas. But, all right, guys, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Once again, stream's heading off here in a minute. Go ahead and say your final goodbyes, my friends. Check out the merch. Once again, check out that link up there. And, all right, join our Discord, all that stuff. Check out the description. Got some pretty cool stuff there. But, all right, guys, y'all take care. Much love to you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. Catch you then.